Sup my dudes, Valk here. Today, you guys have been asking me for what I think would be the best Infinite team or why I think Youth is the best, so I made a setup and where I think Youth is going to really shine and show you guys why it's quite possibly one of the best teams in the game. So here we have Ichigo, full hollow Ichigo. You guys have seen his damage output, it's absolutely absurd. We have Getho for the full AoE bleed plus his damage plus Tamer, so he's going to be able to hit really hard. Mooj for the stuns, we know how good Mooj is for locking stuff up. And then Shiro for even more damage because, you know, we need more. We need damage. We need lots of damage. So, we're going to go ahead and actually get this rolling. We're going to see how far we can get in Darkness Tower on normal and just see what kind of score this super high-powered team can actually come up with. Because I genuinely have no idea. I haven't sat here testing. I sat here, looked at Youth, and said, what's a strong team I can make and throw together? And this is what I came up with. So we're going to find out if I'm right, if I'm wrong. I believe my record so far is like wave 120 using Devil Power with Full Hollow Ichigo, because he's such a monstrous powerhouse that he can reach those kinds of numbers. So we're going to actually not start scaling Full Hollow Ichigo first. We are going to start off with Shiro. Shiro just is going to be really cheap. You can see how cheap this whole team is because of Leader. Leader makes everything very cheap. So we're going to start here with Shiro first, put down 2 Shiros, and we're just going to ready up and try to get them max attack as soon as possible. So we can go here. We're going to be picking range buffs for a little bit because, once again, we do not have Flower, and we want to make sure that we have the capabilities to basically max out the range on our Ichigos. So that's definitely going to be something we're definitely going to be looking at and trying to do. I don't want to put auto skip on because we have so much raise attack that needs to get done, and I'm trying to min-max. So I think I keep auto skip off for now, and I want to put down my 3rd Shiro right here, just in case. So I think I keep auto skip off for now, and just let them kind of raise attack for a little bit, and then once the raise attack is done on them, then I think I look towards other avenues. But every time I see that raise attack stop, I'm going to give them an upgrade so they can continue raising attack. So then I can put down Ichigo and let Ichigo start raising attack. Until Ichigo's done raising attack, then we're kind of chilling. But the reason we want Shiro raising attack first is Shiro reaches his max raise attack upgrade much earlier than Ichigo does. So he's going to be able to basically finish off his raise attack much faster than Ichigo would, because a lot of Shiro's power is on the tail end of his upgrades, while Ichigo just goes from upgrade, I think like upgrade 11 raise attack to upgrade 12, right? Like he doesn't need all that raise attack, but meanwhile Shiro does. Shiro has he gets his max raise attack value, I want to say at like upgrade 5 rather than upgrade 11. So he's going to be able to reach it much faster, so he's going to be very good for early on. So we're going to go ahead and give both of these one upgrade. So like I said, they can keep raising their attack. You guys can see the difference in raise attack value. Alright, so now we're going to do this, and I think like maybe 2 more waves, and we should be good. Like I said, we don't want to skip waves until we're done raising attack, because we're trying to min-max the hell out of this. So we want to keep it off auto skip. And we want to go ahead and just do this and keep upgrading these. So now one more upgrade, our next wave, we should be able to get enough to go ahead and finish up our idol. Yeah, we're going to finish up our idol here. We're going to upgrade this. We're going to pick range. Very important we do that. And then we're going to go ahead and put our leader right here. Leader is going to be our next focus because he gives so much attack up and money up. It's going to be really important to finish off Leader very quickly. We should be good with the raise attack value for a little bit, so we don't have to worry about that. We're going to do this. And yeah. Alright. There we go. Maxed out Leader. Now we want to focus on one more upgrade for you. That works. So now you can see here, this is his max raise attack value, 1.18 mil. So now we're going to do this. Alright, so now that they are getting their raise attack values up, we're going to go ahead now with the Ichigos, right behind them. And we're going to do this, and we're just going to get them all the way up to here. Alright. We have 2 more Ichigos to go. And you guys can see they're just going to keep raising attack. And now that they're all just raising attack, we are just going to chill until they finish. Until all of them finish, that is. Not just 1 or 2, but they all have to finish the raise attack before we do anything. It's upgrade 9, by the way. I wasn't upgrade 11, it's upgrade 9. So, now we just hang out. Now we just kind of relax and let these units raise their attack. This is why I wasn't too worried about having leader as lead, because they're going to raise attack to having some monster values anyways, so it doesn't really matter. So, we can't do anything until the Ichigos finish as well. It's very important that Ichigos finish before we do anything at all. We don't want to upgrade the Shiros just yet, because then they could make it so the enemies get pushed back further into spawn, making it harder for the Ichigos to actually get their raise attack value up. So, it's better if we just wait. If we simply just kind of relax for a minute and just wait, then we'll be good to go. But whenever we start upgrading, everything's going to go really fast at that point, whenever we actually start maxing out this raise attack value on Ichigo. So that's going to be really cool. Yeah, we're going to go from there. So, yeah. Everyone got to ask me for what I think, why I think Youth is like one of the best teams. So I put together something I thought would be really, really high powered. I have no idea how this is going to go. Like I said, my record is 120. I feel like I can put auto skip on at this point. My record's 120 waves. So as long as it's anything below or anything over 120, I consider this a W. 120 waves is a little ridiculous. I'm not going to lie to you guys. That's a little bit on the nutty side. That's really, really, really good. Yeah, 120 waves is nuts. But it's definitely something that's pretty achievable. What's up, buddy? Alright, so, here you go. Give the dog some food. Teach him bad habits. Make him learn to start begging. Okay, so 3.86 mil is the cap out, so we're just going to wait on this back Ichigo to reach the 3.86 mil cap. And then we can finally start progressing and seeing if we have enough range, because I don't even know if we have enough range yet. I'm just doing this just to do it at this point. Okay, so 3.64, 4.01 mil is the current cap, so we're going to be looking to try to reach that. Yeah, 3.88, he's getting there. 3.95, 3.96. 4.01, 4.01, 4.01. Okay, so now we can finally start doing this. Gonna max you out. Max you out. You get to play your cool theme song. Max you out. Max you out. Max you out. Max you out. And then, what is the range on these guys? Like one or two more, and it will be good. So sword, sword, sword. Look at the funny bug. Alright, so next up we're going to do this. We're going to put him down here. I just want to see the amount of range he's actually going to be able to get. Then we're going to put him here. Right? And then I kind of want to put the Neko Arcs over here, because they're going to have Giga range as well. Kind of want to put a second Getto. Okay, let's see. Where are you at? You're almost full range now. I think that's good enough. I think we can start going to attack. So now we're going to do this. We're going to put another Getto right here. And then we're going to put the Neko Arcs here, because I think the Neko Arcs are going to be basically full AoE at this point. Let's go ahead here, here. Alright. Max out the Neko Arcs. Yeah, I figured they're going to be basically full AoE. Well, I mean, they are full AoE, but I mean, you know what I mean, full map. Alright, so, now that this is done, it's going to be interesting to see who outdamages who whenever everything starts pushing, because we have the 5.32 mil attack stat critical on an 8 SPA versus the 5.32 mil attack stat Bloodthirsty on a 7 SPA. Really curious as to who's going to out DPS who. I think Ichigo's going to get it because the full AoE compared with Getto. Getto's going to be able to proc bleed on all the enemies constantly. Like, it's his summon here that puts the bleed down. The Rainbow Dragon, right here on the 224k on a 6 SPA, is going to be able to apply bleed constantly. Yeah, It's gonna be really, he's really good. He's super cracked. There's a reason everybody tells you to get Ghetto as a starter unit, just because he's that guy. He's that good. Alright, so every single unit is placed. Now we are just chilling and relaxing and seeing what happens. Currently on wave 57, probably going to be here for a good while because this team is super high powered. It is a very strong team. We have literally like, I think like the top unit. How many units in this are the best units in the game? So let's see. He's probably he's number 1. He's easily the best unit in the game. He is probably number 3 or 4 depending on what you count. I don't know. I know I put Saber over him in my tier list, but the more I use him, the more I want to put him over Saber, just because he has more flexibility in the way you can use him. Like, you can use him in so many different ways. Him having these different modes make it so you could stack Justice. Dude, stacking Justice in a line is insane. He becomes like one of the best Justice units in the game with this. So you can stack Justice, so you can stack all sorts of stuff. But yeah, so you have like a number 1 unit in the game. You have probably the best base LR in the game. I don't know if that's still true with the silver units, but he's still an insanely strong base LR. You have probably the number 3, number 4 unit in the game. You have number 3, number 4 unit with Mooj. I don't know. Do you put Mooj over Sheer? I don't know. It'll be close. And then you have probably the highest damage unit in the game in the Ichigo, Full Hollow Ichigo. He takes a lot of setup to actually get running well. You can see we don't have a Bloodthirsty 2 on the team, so his damage is not going to be as high as it was in his own showcase. But you can still see just how ridiculous that damage is. He's out DPS. He's only getting out DPS by this one Shiro. But you can see how much his damage is going up. He's actually starting to pass him already. Yeah, no, he's going to end up, that Ichigo is probably going to end up being the most damage on the team. Without Bloodthirsty 2, though, I don't know how much it's going to go down. Which is why I said in his own video, I was like, the only issue with this Ichigo is the amount of setup he actually takes. He takes a ton of setup. Maybe we get lucky and Mooj applies anemia consistently enough to actually be able to use it, because Mooj does have Bloodthirsty 2. So maybe we get lucky and Mooj can apply the anemia effect, and then Full Hollow Ichigo can actually make use of it. But it's not like something super reliable to the point where I'd be like, yeah, that's a good idea. It sounds like an awful idea personally. So yeah. Now we're just chilling. Like I said, the goal for us to beat is wave 120. We want to try to beat wave 120. If we can accomplish that, then we are in a good spot. At 150, like, you can see the Rainbow Dragon's 120. Like, you can't actually rank up the range of the summons. So that's the reason I wanted to put one Ghetto up front. I actually might go put one Ghetto in the back, to be honest. Yeah, let me go do that. Just because I know, like I said, there's very limited range on these units. So I think, like, here, I think he can get the Mastermind buff. Yeah, that's the big thing I was wanting, was him getting the Mastermind buff. He's definitely going to get Idol whenever Idol cycles. Like, he's way beyond an Idol's range. So yeah, we're going to be good right here. Here's going to be a good spot. You can see how much damage he's actually able to do as well. Ghetto does so much damage, but yeah, you guys can see, oh, Shiro's actually starting to... Shiro's outscaling the Ichigo. So the Bloodthirsty 2 matters a lot. Like, a lot. You can see he's actually about, like, 500 mil ahead now. The Bloodthirsty 2 matters a ton for Full Hollow Ichigo's damage output. So knowing the Bloodthirsty 2 lore, would I swap this team out? No, I still think this team is, like, probably one of the best in terms of just raw high power. This team's insanely high powered, so I think it's still fine. It's just Bloodthirsty 2. You would want a unit. Basically, you want Crimson. If you guys don't have Crimson Dragon is such a good unit to pair with Full Hollow Ichigo, because Crimson Dragon has a full I don't know if it's full AoE, it might be Circle, but it has a bleed application summon. Crimson Dragon he also has Bloodthirsty 2 application and a full AoE, so he's able to just be like a better Ghetto and apply anemia, so he's able to really condense that role. But then you kind of relegate Ichigo to just a Devil Power team. The Devil Power team becomes like the only team he can really be ran in to some degree of really good success. So yeah, like look at the difference in damage with Bloodthirsty 2. They told me Bloodthirsty 2 is just 50% more, but I don't believe that's how it works. Like, Bloodthirsty 2 takes Bloodthirsty from 250% to 300% attack. I don't think that's how it works. I'm gonna be real. I think it takes the 250% of attack that it deals as Bloodthirsty damage and multiplies that by 50% to make it 125% of attack on top of the 250%. Because the difference in damage between Bloodthirsty 2 and not Bloodthirsty 2 is astounding. It is a massive, massive difference. I mean, just look. It's a massive, massive difference in damage. We're definitely not reaching wave 120, so is Bloody Hunt really the best? No way Devil Power, no, it wasn't. Devil Power was the one I reached wave 120 with. Is Devil Power with Full Hollow Ichigo and Crimson the best infinite team for solo? It's looking like it, honestly. Like, I don't have Crimson, so because I got unlucky and I can't grind that event anymore. So I'm probably never gonna have Crimson. Sucks, I know. But looking at it, I'm gonna be real with you. Devil Power's looking to be like the best team in the game, like genuinely. Like, I'm not joking. Devil Power's looking to be really damn good. Like, not the best team in the game, but the best infinite team. Of course, yes. Bark, bark, buddy. He likes to bark at shadows at the window. Anyways, yeah, it's looking like Devil Power might be like one of the best like solo infinite teams in the game, because you can stack Crimson Dragon as well as Full Hollow Ichigo, and the damage Full Hollow Ichigo can get with Bloodthirsty 2 and Bleed is yeah, look how much Full Hollow Ichigo started outscaling. Yeah, he just does so much. Yeah, no, I think I went in this like going like, how good is Youth? Youth is the best team in the game. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, Youth still is the best team in the game in my opinion, because leader buff is insane. But hear me out now. If you're trying to make a leaderboard team, I know everybody who cares about leaderboard and everybody keeps asking me about leaderboard stuff. You're gonna have to play around Full Hollow Ichigo. Like, this is your ticket into the leaderboard, this guy. Because the damage he gets, like, it's not a lot until the later stages, whenever everybody starts reaching really good attack values. The damage he can start reaching later on in a full AoE with Bloodthirsty is insane. He just starts racking up damage like crazy. He is so good. I generally think if you want to be on leaderboard, you're going to have to use Full Hollow Ichigo. Because just the amount of damage from what I'm seeing is just really nuts. Now, could I have improved this team? Possibly. If I swapped out somebody maybe for a Nuke or Sid, that way I could have a little bit more time to do stuff. But I think this would still be like, this is still probably like one of the best solo setups I could probably do. If I was to run with multiple people, obviously the setups change. But I think even then, running 2-3 people, your main focus is getting this Full Hollow Ichigo up and running. Anyways, that's basically the video. I wanted to showcase Youth and what Youth could do. All in all, not actually that impressive of a showing considering the amount of firepower on the team. I do only have a 100 lead, not a 120 lead. That does matter a lot whenever considering base attacks and exponential scaling with multiplicative values. So, yeah, but I still consider Youth the best category in the game, and the reason why is very simple, is the fact that you can put this lead, you can put leader on with the 100 attack minus 20 cost, right? Then you can go to category, you can go to Youth, and there's like 70 something units. I was counting all the units in each category. I think Youth has like 75 or 70 units, somewhere around there. It's really, really nuts how many tools or how many choices you have in here. And this is why I think it's one of the best categories in the game, is just you have tools for every situation on a good lead, which is 100 attack minus 20 cost. So yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for watching as always. I still think, despite this poor showing, I still think Youth's the best team in the game. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, catch you guys in the next one. Peace.